Man, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Today's video: feminism in the social conduct and social control. Folks, this is what happens when you live in prosperity. You no longer fear an invading force attacking your nation. You no longer live in fear of animals eating you as prey and they are the predator. You no longer fear this bad stuff happening, because you live in a prosperous world and you believe that nothing can happen to you anymore because you have a local police force, you have a military, you have all this stuff protecting you, so you feel protected. But then something bad happens, and you're all like, I don't understand how this can happen, oh my God. You don't understand how this can happen. There is, in this world, at least half the people in this world are sociopaths and psychopaths, in one form or another. We, as good people, have made a code of conduct. Not everybody follows the code of conduct, okay? If they did, toilets inside of your workplace would not be disgusting, okay? You would not have graffiti spray painted on walls everywhere. You wouldn't have women being raped as they claim they are being raped. You wouldn't have all this stuff if everybody followed your social code and conduct. So stop acting like everybody follows the code of conduct. And understand that the code of conduct does not even work because the people that are bad do not follow it. Such as, if you take a nation, you take away all of their guns, the only people left that would have guns are the criminals and the police force and the military. But the average citizen would not have a gun to protect themselves from the predators, criminals, rapists, murderers, and thieves. So stop being stupid and demanding social conduct from everybody, because it's not going to happen. I hate prosperity, man. This is exactly what prosperity brings. I miss the good old days where men were blacksmiths in their local town, and men and women took care of each other, and they all helped each other out. And they understood that there was always a predator around somewhere that could attack at any time. Those people understood what survival was and what life was. Nowadays, people are living on the easy street with their Starbucks coffee, forgetting about the little guy who's living on the street begging for money. Tired of it, man. I wouldn't mind a little less prosperity in the world. A little more hardship for the world. You guys don't even understand anymore. It's all like, oh, I got my Apple iPod and I'm happy now. Sickening, man. Sweet 16. Thousands of dollars down the drain for that crap. Oh, I'm just so sick of seeing all this nonsense in the world. You're all lucky to be alive every single day. You're lucky to be alive by the grace of God, not by yours. You are not a God. You are just a human being with flesh and blood. You could die at any moment. You have no choice and no say in it. Stop acting arrogant and cocky as if you rule the world. You don't rule the world. The world is not your oyster. That's a fantasy. Don't put on masks to pretend to be somebody you are that you're not. Don't go around fooling yourself thinking that if you become somebody else that you'll make it in life. You will, but you'll lose your soul in return. You'll forget who you are. Be yourself. We have prison systems completely overfilled with criminals, sociopaths, and psychopaths. We have mental wards completely filled up to the brim with sociopaths and psychopaths. Not every one of them gets caught and thrown into prison and thrown into an asylum. If that was true, you would never see any murders on your news at nighttime when you flick through your channels. You would never see a crime ever happening because they all be in prison. So wake up to the fact that your social conduct is a big giant lie to keep you in control while the rest are out of control. Don't you understand that? It's a big scam. Feminism is also a big scam. Tell men not to rape. Yeah, and tell drunk drivers not to hit kids. Right? Tell fathers not to beat their children, right? I'm sick of the nonsense, folks. You're all living in fear and making your own fears. And well, there is no enemy currently right now. So you're making your own, basically. I'm sick of it. It's called nitpicking. It's called whining. It's called being obsessive about crazy things. It's called paranoia. It's called fear. And it's also called insanity. And the United States is really driving itself to insanity. You can't even watch the news there without hearing stuff about, like, your child could be abducted by another family member tonight on the news at 8 o'clock. There's this constant paranoia feeding. This constant fear feeding. And then you got feminists saying, on college campuses, women are being raped more often. That's funny because there's more female students than there are male. Are you saying that these rapes that are actually happening are lesbian rapes? Tired of it. Stop with the fear, stop with the nonsense, grow up, understand that life does not evolve around you, the universe does not evolve around you, you're lucky to be alive, by the grace of God that you are alive today. Stop acting as if you are the most entitled person in the world who deserves to have everything given to them, where you think you can make lawsuits against each other, and take each other on, and take each other down, and destroy each other, destroy the world. Grow up. You were just here on this planet for 100 years, if you're lucky. You're just here as a visitor. You have no right. You're like in a hotel. You have no right to destroy everything around you and take out other people around you. You have the right to exist. You have the right to be who you are. And luckily, through social systems, you do have the right to Social Security and benefits in this world. But that's, again, prosperity. That is a good thing about it. But don't take advantage of everything, man. Be yourself. Be real. And get a clue. It doesn't evolve around you.